Hey everybody, I wanted to do a little testimony about the oils that I used for a biopsy that I had to have done. It was on a lump in this general area, and I had heard from one person that it was not painful, and everybody else told me that it was pretty uncomfortable and it burned and that it stung a lot. So I was pretty anxious. So I made a little blend of Peace and Calming, lavender, Valor, and sacred frankincense, and I rolled that on the back of my ears and on my wrists, and it helped so much. I am usually a very anxious person when it comes to having procedures done, and I really didn't get anxious at all, didn't get a stomach ache, wasn't shaky or anything until after they had finished the initial ultrasound that they did to make sure they still needed to do the biopsy. Before I left the house, I made a capsule of copaiba and sacred frankincense and took that about 30 minutes before the procedure, and I didn't feel either of the numbing pricks. They gave me one for the initial numbing, and that I didn't feel at all. And then the second one was for the deeper numbing, and they said it was going to be pretty painful. They said it's going to burn, but after about 2 minutes it should be done. And I really didn't feel any of it. I could watch the whole thing on the ultrasound, and I could see the medicine going in, and I didn't feel it at all. It was a pretty awesome experience, actually. After they had numbed me, they had to make an incision, which I didn't feel, and then after that, they had to put a very big needle in to get the samples, and they couldn't get that to go through my tissue, and they were just pushing and pushing, and it was a lot of trauma, and it went for a very long time. And I just kept thinking while it was happening that I'm going to be miserable tomorrow. I'm going to have so much pain and be so sore, and I really have had no pain. I took another capsule of copaiba and sacred frankincense last night, and haven't taken anything today. I did put some Panaway on after I was riding in my car because my seatbelt was just hanging out right there, and it was a little bit painful, but nothing compared to what I was expecting. I don't know what I would have been like without it, but I do know that I was pleasantly surprised by how easy and painless it was. I am sure that it had something to do with this. I took some Tylenol on my way out of the doctor because they told me I had to take that 3 times before I went to bed, and that would have been a total of 6 pills, and I didn't want to do that. I took 2 pills, and I felt terrible after I took them. I was leaning on the counters when trying to make dinner. I just felt awful. And so I decided I wasn't going to do it. And I finished out with nothing, and I've had no pain. And they also told me to expect impressive bruising. And I have seen none of that yet. I'm sure he said it was supposed to start from the inside and come out. I'm sure that'll show up a little bit later. But they said that I should probably start getting it pretty soon, starting tomorrow, and I have none. So I'm pretty excited. I thought that these oils did a fantastic job of supporting me, and I think my body's just doing a really great job of recovering from this. So if anybody has any questions or is looking at a biopsy and wants to just talk about it, please let me know. You don't have to assume it's going to be really, really painful like I did, but you have some options. So just give copaiba a chance because this one's awesome. It really helps with pain and inflammation. Really, really it does. So don't be in pain. Just use copaiba and maybe some Panaway. This stuff's awesome too. Thanks, guys. Bye.